Hi guys, and then welcome to another session. As we all know, we host these things. We try to like host these things every week, and then try to like solve our trading problems, whatever it might be. And like I told you guys earlier, today what we're going to be doing is reviewing the trades we had for the previous week. Now, one thing with forex trading is, um, in times of losses, it's good to reflect and then look at what we did wrong to actually like avoid them or try to do better. At the same time, in times of wins, also, instead of instead of just instead of just saying, "Oh, we got wins," and then relaxing, we got to actually look back and then see what we did to actually keep doing them. That's the whole essence of this class. So we're going to be looking at the things we did well, and then we're going to be looking at how we got all those setups. I think last week we did not get any losing trade. Now we got like four setups and all we're winning setups. So it's it's actually something one of our said that okay, let's just look at these trades and then see how we can build on them and then keep like doing the same thing over and over. So we'll start with the first setup we had this week. I think that was on Tuesday because I'm not sure I traded on Monday. There were some trades on Monday, but then I didn't actually trade. Oh shit, what was this? Why is it not loading? Okay. Uh, okay, okay, okay. On Monday. What was Monday's date? 25th. Let me check my signal group. Signal group supposed to be on the signal group. Okay, 22nd. Good. So this was the first setup we had. One sec. Showing kind of. One sec. Hope you guys can hear me. Okay. So that was on Monday. Monday. Should be this setup. So this was the setup, yeah. So I think what we did on that day was we actually, let me take a look at this. We sold both AED USD and then NZD USD. So this was where price was. This was where price was when I actually took the sell. So I'm going to go on my go charts and then rewind my charts and then tell you guys why I decided to take the sell and then why we got the stop loss there and then take profits. And this is another thing I want you guys to pay attention to. It's not just why we got the trade. You have to understand why we put our take profit and then stop loss there and why price actually like passed the zone we're looking to enter. But then for a long time, price did not actually touch our stop loss and eventually actually went to like our profits. So let me open go charts. Okay, we're going to NZD USD. Sorry, NZD USD. Network is a little bit slow. Shit. Okay, good. So let's go to Monday. Sorry, Tuesday, not Monday. Just Tuesday. So this was the setup. One sec. This was the setup. It's crazy. Just moving. One sec. Let me do this. Um, so let's take a look at this. So this was where price was. So at this point here, if you look at this structure, you'd see that this market was clearly in a downtrend. So we had price creating series of like lower low, lower high, and then another lower low. And then we're more or less retracing back up. Do you understand? To get a whole sell to the downside. So if you look at this, you see that we had what we're looking for in this case now is where this whole retracement is going to stop for the next sell to the downside. And the place I chose for that was this whole support onto resistance here. Do you understand? That's where I was looking to sell. But then when I came to the charts, price already tapped here and then passed it a little bit. Do you understand? So normally, ideally, I'll be like, okay, let's drop to the 5 minutes time frame and then look for like an entry confirmation. But then I didn't. I was like, okay, let's enter aggressively. So let's just jump on the sell at this whole point here. Let's jump on the sell there. Do you understand? Now, as we jumped on the sell here, what we used as our stop loss now was this level here, a few pips above here. Now, why did I use that level as our stop loss level? It was because as long as price stayed below that lower high, that place there, it's a lower high. This level here, it's a lower high. And then we got like this whole resistance here. And eventually, if price actually comes to like break that lower high to the upside, then we're changing structure to the upside. Are you guys following? So that's why I was like, okay, let's drop our stop loss there. So that's why we dropped our stop loss there. Now, another thing is that's why when price was actually like ranging, do you get when price was ranging within here, that's why I still held the trade. Because overall, price had not like taken our stop loss. If price had gone to like take out that stop loss now, the market would have like more or less shifted structure to another trend entirely. That's why we were like dropping our stop loss there. Now our take profit was down here. Our take profit was down here. Why? Because this level here now is a support zone. If we eventually got the sell from like here to down here, this was like the first level that I felt that okay could make price like reverse to the upside. That's why we dropped our take profit here. So that's how we got this set up. We got it from this whole support onto resistance. Price went, we dropped our stop loss a few pips above the lower high. Why? Because that was the invalidation point. Do you understand? And then the only thing we needed to do was just wait. And it took us like 2 days before price actually eventually hit TP on this trade. You can see that we ranged a lot within that level. Do you understand? And this is one thing I want you guys to observe. You can see that as price was ranging, it will push up, come back down, push up, come back down. But then we did not get to that our stop loss level. And I think that was another thing that was giving me confidence because I knew that as long as price was below that level, there was a potential that we are going to get that sell. And we got that sell down to our take profit level. Do you guys understand? Who has any question regarding this setup? Okay, so let's take a look at the next one we had. The next one we had was on AED USD. Yes, my this thing. The next one we had was on AED USD. It was the same day. So let's go to AED USD on Tuesday. AED USD. On Tuesday. Yep, I think this was it. Tuesday, yes. Same thing with NZD USD. If you look at this, the same thing. We're having a downtrend. So price shifted structure at the top here where we created like this equal high. Then we broke this low to the downside where we had like lower low, lower high, then another lower low. And then price was retracing. So the thing we're looking for now was where was price going to stop for the next sell to the downside? Do you understand? Now, here's another thing. Those of you that are saying that I'm on one time frame, it's because with experience, I've learned how to like, if I look at the 1 hour time frame, I can know how maybe the 4 hour time frame is behaving. Do you understand? But then ideally, what you need to do is actually like the proper top-down analysis. So you start from like the 4 hour time frame. And if you look at the 4 hour time frame, it was also bearish. You can see that we're getting that whole downtrend. Do you understand? So this still added to the whole confidence that if we got sales in this market, it will be high probability. Are you guys following? So let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. Where is it? Yeah, this is the setup. So we're looking for where would our retracement stop, and the place was here. This will support turn to resistance level. And I was looking to sell at that point. Sell here, and then stop loss a few pips above here. Stop loss a few pips above here. Now, why did I drop our stop loss a few pips above here? It's because as long as price stayed below that lower high, this sell was still valid. But if eventually price actually went to like break that whole level to the upside, then the sell was invalid. Then our take profit was down here. This was our take profit level. So this was basically the setup we had. Or we're like 1 to 2 hour setups. Then the next one we had was on Wednesday, yeah? On Wednesday. Was it on Wednesday or Thursday? It was on Thursday. So let's go to NZD USD on Thursday. This one, it was actually like this one. I analyzed it in class with the guys at the trading floor. And see, guys, yeah, there's another thing I want to let you guys know. You see this whole trading thing is actually very, very simple. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's like very, very simple. I don't know why I'm saying it's like very, very simple, but then if you look at all the analysis we've done, there's no long story about it. It's first of all, what's the structure telling us? Is it bullish or bearish? If it's bullish or bearish, where can we potentially get our next sell or buy? It's like it's not more than that. I think it's this next setup that is even much more complicated. Because this one I had to like break it down to like the lower time frame with the guys at the trading floor. We're learning entries and entry confirmation that day. So the topic we learned that day, we used it to like get the trade that same day. So this whole thing is, and I want you guys to understand this so that you stop overthinking technical analysis. Technical analysis is just like maybe 50% or 40% of your problem. You still have like risk management there, you still have trading psychology. You see this whole thing of this trade that we held here for days before trade actually went to hit our take profit. That's trading psychology. That ability to hold one trade and then trusting in your setup. A lot of people will run away after seeing that, oh, price is ranging within their whole stop loss and take profits. Once they see small profits, they run away. They don't want to lose it. Do you understand? All these things are things you still have to learn. Technical analysis is supposed to be simple. It's the whole risk management stuff is still simple, but then there are a lot of things you still have to factor in before getting risk management right. Hope you guys are with me. So let's look at how we got this next setup. So if you look at this market, you'd see that price was in a downtrend. The 4 hour time frame, if you look at this, you know that the 4 hour time frame was in a downtrend. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame and then you see. So this is the 4 hour time frame. See that we're in a downtrend. We're creating streaks of lower lows and lower highs. Now let's drop to the 1 hour time frame. Now this is the whole 1 hour time frame. And if you look at this, you see that since we're bearish, we're looking at where we could potentially get a sell to the downside. And where I chose was this whole most recent support turn to resistance level. This whole most recent support turn to resistance level. Now, once price tapped this level, what we did was we broke it down to the 5 minutes time frame. Now, if you look at this, you see that this whole push to the upside here, we're having series of higher highs and higher lows on the series of higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Do you understand? Which it was more or less that whole retracement to the upside. Now price tapped our zone here. What we're looking for in this case now on the 5 minutes time frame was that whole shift in market structure. This whole mini uptrend on the 5 minutes time frame change to a downtrend. Now, getting this change here is not just a coincidence. It's at a zone where we're looking to sell. It's a sell pressure that is making price change. Do you understand? So let's watch how it played out. Let's see. We've not gotten the shift yet. Price was still ranging. Okay, let's have it. Let's have it. Good. Now we shifted here. If you look at this, you see that this candlestick here broke below this previous low here. So it we more or less created, let me show you guys. We created like a high, a higher low, then a higher high, and then price came to like break the previous higher low to the downside, which is a shift in market structure. So in this case now, where we're looking to take our sell was here, this neckline level here. So entry around here, stop loss a few pips above here, and then we targeted the 1 hour low, which was down here. 1 hour low was down, down, down here, somewhere around here. Let me see. 1 hour low was down here. Yes. So this was the target. The whole trade entirely was like a 4 hour trade. It was a very, very sweet trade. It's one of those trades that you get like once in a while. Admits, let's see. So let's play it and see how it played out. So price started dropping. Yep, this was actually a very, very simple setup. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame so you guys see what it looks like. So this is the 1 hour time frame. Price went back, tapped that whole support onto resistance, and then we're dropping to the downside. I think we exited somewhere around here now. This was where we exited. We exited somewhere around here before price actually pushed up. And I'm going to tell you guys why I was looking to exit at that point. It was because if you look this side, you see that the market did something like a shift. We had like lower low, lower high, failure to create a lower low, and then we pushed up. So I did not want that whole situation where we get price creating higher high, higher low, and then breaking above to create a new higher high, and then we're like caught inside. That's why I said we should exit. But then the market still eventually hit our take profit level. So that's it about this trade. Anybody has any question regarding this trade? Any question? Okay, in the absence of any question, let's take a look at the other setup we got. This was NZD-USD. This same day, we had a setup on AUD-USD. And this is another thing I love trading AUD-USD and NZD-USD. If you see one setup on AUD-USD, there's a high probability that you see that same setup on NZD-USD. So AUD-USD, this one, honestly, I think it was stronger that made me to like take it. And I feel like it was because price was already selling on NZD-USD. So I was like, if NZD-USD is selling, then it's most likely that AUD-USD to follow to sell. I think that's why I jumped on it. I don't think I dropped the signal for you guys. I did not drop it for you guys. Let me see. Did I drop the signal for you guys? I don't think I dropped it. Why is it not scrolling? That was on Wednesday. Let me look for it. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What's this now? There's no loading. Okay, okay. This was it. Okay, yeah, it was only NZUSD I dropped for you guys. I did not drop AED. And it's because I sold AED USD not based off of strategy, but then based off of what I was feeling. So I don't want to go and mislead you guys. That's why I did not drop AED USD. And honestly, it's not a good idea. So please, whenever you're trading, if you see any setup that looks like setup and it's not your strategy, please don't trade it. And AEDSD, I'll tell you guys what the problem was with it. If I was looking to sell, the place I was looking to sell here was this whole support onto resistance. And if you look at this, you see that price did not get to that whole support onto resistance before dropping. It got close, but it did not tap it. See, we did not tap it. At the same time, sometimes I used to use Fibonacci to trade. Let me see, the price tapped 0.618 of Fibonacci. See, it did not tap it. Do you understand? So there was no need for me to sell, but then I just jumped on the sell because I don't know. I think the 5 minutes time frame shifted. Let me look at the 5 minutes time frame and see. Yeah, the 5 minutes time frame shifted. So if you look at this, you see that price, same thing we had on NZES. They had like higher high, higher low, failure to create higher high, and then we broke to the downside. So what I looked to do was I waited for price to come back, tap here. That's come back, tap here, and then I sold. I sold around here and then stop loss a few pips above here, and then I targeted the 1 hour low, which was down here. But like I said, this is not a good trade. And this is one thing about reviewing all these trades. We know that next time we should not do something like this. In as much as we got money from it, it's not advisable to do because it's reckless. Hope you guys are with me.
Yeah.
Grant, keep quiet. So those are the setups. Those are the setups we got this week. You can see that there are a few, but they're actually very effective. It's not to a certain level, it's not about quantity, but then quality. And I want you guys to get that. So we're left with 10 minutes for this session. So we'll take questions and then answers.